This episode includes themes of emotional distress, fear, and uncertainty involving children and relationship instability. If these topics feel heavy or close to home, please listen with care and take breaks if needed. Hi, and welcome back to After the Quiet. This is episode 51. When he said he wanted a trial separation, I didn't understand what that really meant. I thought it meant space. I thought he meant he was overwhelmed, that he wanted a break from responsibility, from me, from the expectations that come with having a young family. I didn't think there was anyone else. Not really. Even after everything I had already seen, I still didn't fully let myself believe that. So I told myself a story that felt easier to hold. That he just wanted freedom, time with friends, no accountability, no pressure. And somehow, I thought if I gave him that space, things might get better. That maybe he would come back. That maybe he would choose us. One day, he told me he wanted to take the kids to the beach without me. And I remember immediately feeling uneasy. 3 kids? 1 adult? The beach? Our daughter was only 2. The boys were 7 and 9. It didn't feel safe. It didn't feel right. I told him I wasn't comfortable with it. But he reassured me. He said his cousin was going too. That they wouldn't be alone. That everything would be fine. And that made me pause. Because his cousin was our daughter's godfather. Someone I trusted. Someone I knew would never take his eyes off her. So I let my guard down. That morning, I got the kids ready. Packed everything. Snacks, towels, sunscreen, extra clothes, all the things. Once again, I was doing everything to make his life easier, even though I wasn't going. I buckled my daughter into her car seat myself, made sure everything was in place. And then the kids looked at me and asked, "Mommy, aren't you coming?" And in that moment, I covered for him. I lied. I told them I was staying home to clean. That they were going to have so much fun with their dad. I smiled, like everything was normal. Like this was just another day. They left. And the house got quiet. Later that day, just before dinner, I got a text. They were done at the beach. They were grabbing something to eat, and they'd be home soon. And at first, I wasn't worried. But then, time started to pass. And they didn't come home. So I waited, and waited, and waited. 2 hours went by. I started texting, calling, asking when they'd be home. No answer. And that's when the panic set in. That deep, gut-level panic that takes over your whole body. I called his cousin, the one who was supposed to be with them. And when he answered, he said something I wasn't prepared for. He hadn't gone to the beach with them. My heart dropped. Because now nothing made sense. I couldn't get a hold of him. I couldn't get a hold of my kids. And suddenly, all the worst possibilities started flooding my mind. The stories you hear, the things you never think will happen to you. What if he had taken them? What if I wasn't going to get them back? What if something had happened? What if there had been an accident? I couldn't breathe. I didn't know what to do. So I did the only thing I could think of. I called his parents. They were on vacation. It was the middle of the night for them. I woke them up. And suddenly, they were panicking too. Trying to call him, trying to figure out what was going on. Hours after his last message, he finally called me. And he wasn't calm. He wasn't apologetic. He was angry. Yelling at me. Telling me I had everyone worried for nothing. That his phone had died. That he had left it in the car. That he had just taken the kids to dinner. And then to an arcade. Like this was all normal. Like I was the one overreacting. When he brought them home, I was shaking. Relieved, but also completely overwhelmed. I didn't even have the energy to argue. I just took my daughter into the spare room and nursed her to sleep, holding her a little tighter than usual. The next morning, he left for work, and the kids and I were sitting together watching cartoons, just trying to settle back into something that felt normal. I was taking my daughter's hair out of 2 little French braids. And without thinking, I asked her, "Who did such nice braids in your hair?" She said a name. And at first, it didn't hit me, because his cousin had the same name. So I said, "Oh, did you go to their house before the beach?" And that's when everything changed. My oldest son looked at me and said, "No, that's Daddy's friend from high school. We saw her and her kids at the beach. And then we all went to dinner and the arcade together." And in that moment, my heart sank. Because suddenly, everything I had been trying not to see was right there. Clear, undeniable. It hadn't been random. It hadn't been harmless. It hadn't been just space. It had all been there, right in front of me. All this time. And I hadn't seen it. Or maybe I just hadn't been ready to. This is after the quiet. And sometimes the truth doesn't come from the person you're questioning. It comes from the ones who don't know they're revealing it. Listen to episode 52 to hear all the signs I missed. Please remember to subscribe to this podcast. and share it with others who might need to hear my story. And also join me on Instagram at after.the.quiet. If you recognize parts of my story in your own, please reach out to someone who can give you support, or look for that support in your community. You are not weak for needing help. You are human. Your voice deserves to be heard.